allies showing up for the Palestinians in an emergency summit, 5 weeks after Israel's war with Hamas began. Heads of state of several Arab and Middle Eastern countries arrived in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia, with the goal of applying pressure on the international community to bring about an end to the fighting in Gaza.
The kingdom affirms its categorical rejection of the continuing aggression, occupation, and forced displacement of the people of Gaza, and stresses that Israel bears responsibility for the crimes committed against Palestinian people and resources.
These Arab leaders say Israel is committing human rights violations while a humanitarian disaster is unfolding in Gaza. The president of the Palestinian Authority calling upon the U.S. and for a diplomatic way out.
And in this context, we hold the United States of America, which has the greatest influence on Israel, responsible for the absence of a political solution.
Turkish President Recep Tayyip Erdogan attended the summit after the Turkish-Israeli relations significantly deteriorated after the start of Israel's war with Gaza. At the summit, Erdogan only found very vague words for the Hamas massacre in southern Israel on October 7th.
Israel is trying to exact revenge for the October 7 attacks, which perhaps many of us do not approve of, by killing innocents and children and women. Additionally, the International Atomic Energy Agency should investigate the issue. The nuclear weapons that Israel possesses must be revealed.
Speaking about nuclear weapons, Iranian President Ibrahim Raisi traveled to Saudi Arabia for the summit, for the first time since Iran and Saudi Arabia restored relations earlier this year. Raisi, in his speech, reiterated his trademark call to boycott Israel.
The cutting of any sort of political and economic relations with the Zionist regime by Islamic countries, in this context, a trade boycott against the Zionist regime, especially in the energy field, should be prioritized.
Syrian President Bashar al-Assad also attended the summit, after being welcomed back into the Arab League in an initiative led by Saudi Arabia. The summit's conclusion rejects the notion that the war in Gaza is justified by Israel's right to defend itself, which is disregarded in Israel. The summit lacks any political power. It can be understood as a way of Arab and Middle Eastern leaders to show back home that they do take some form of action.